Hi Starburst, I'm Angel, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna get into today's video. What's up? So I'm here to talk about Carrie and her post-it notes to all her friends, which is literally, I'm sorry, I can't, don't hate me. She does this to Stanford, Samantha, and then finally Miranda. This girl just literally goes through so many stages of disrespecting, not listening, and not caring about her friends, and it's a long cycle. So right now Miranda is saying to Samantha, do you kiss after you have some fun with a guy? And Carrie is just utterly so disrespectful. She says no, she just signs the delivery slip and sends him on his way. And meanwhile, while usually this would gather a laugh out of everybody, and even Samantha might smirk a little bit, Samantha is really not liking this because she feels really offended by this. Sarah goes to an off day and she feels really judged by Carrie because Carrie had just walked in on her. And she's basically letting her know, I will not be judged by you or society, regarding her actions with the delivery guy. And honestly, while she shouldn't be, we're taking a real quick break. Please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. It can't hurt to remember to lock the door or at least close the blind shades or anything like that, so that way your friend won't walk in on you. Or not only that, how about call your friend ahead of time and be like, hey, don't pop by when you make an appointment, Luckily they forgive each other and it's nothing. Anyway, Samantha goes and gets a chemical peel at the doctor's office. She finds out that the chemical peel is reacting badly to her skin. Carrie begs her to come to her book launching. She's telling her, I'm entitled to a chemical peel. And she's like, no. Samantha's like, you begged me to be out here. I'm not going to hide in the shadow just because I had surgery and it's messing up my face. You did this to me. You wanted me out here. I'm going to admit the truth. And Carrie just kind of basically says she's not afraid to say it, which I find it's kind of humorous and it's making light of the situation, great and all. But really, girl, come on, have social awareness. You begged her to be there for you. Another situation that Carrie does not show up for Samantha is the moment when Samantha announces to the girl group, Carrie and Miranda and Charlotte, saying, hey, I like women. I like a woman right now. I'm dating her. Just to let you guys know, she's gonna come by. Please say hello to her. And they all say hi to her respective partner. These three essentially take the moment to talk shit about her after meeting her partner, saying she's basically tried every man in the whole freaking city, and that's diabolical. They are not your friends, especially if they know that you already said to them that you are a trisexual. You are willing to try anything once. I feel like these three, not so much Carrie or Miranda really, because they're more adults about it, but I feel like also Charlotte really takes the top notch in demonizing poor Samantha just because she is a grown-ass woman and she is sexually adventurous. Anyway, that's neither here or there, but really I feel like Carrie should have at least stood up to Charlotte considering Samantha. And not only that, we all also need to consider that the fact that anybody can find out what is their sexuality, or they can explore their sexuality very quickly or slowly, and nobody owes you that, especially an explanation. Okay, so I'm going to read out a Reddit thread. A.E. Carly said it's worse than that. Carrie appealed to Samantha's sense of loyalty, and rather than rejecting as the manipulation it was, Samantha stepped up and said she would do it for her friend in need. This is regarding what happened Carrie's book launch. Also mentions that when they went to her book reading event, she told Samantha to get out of their hotel room just as she was taking a bubble bath just to get some with Mr. Big. This is definitely not how you treat a friend, especially when you could have stayed in the smaller hotel room for you and Mr. Big if you wanted to get some. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. There's another scene where Carrie is out with Stanford, and Stanford is one of Carrie's victims regarding her going back to date her first love, like over and over and over again. And he's like, Carrie, don't even go there. And she's like, what do you think I am, a masochist? And she's like, oh, the man is scum. And he's like, good, because I don't have the patience to deal with this for a fourth time. So she's gone with this guy 4 times, and 4 times Stanford had to be there for her, which is kind of crazy to me. I mean, I get it, friends go back and forth with their exes or so, but it's beyond me. Another occasion where Carrie is just not listening to Stanford, not considering him as a friend, is when he's explaining to her about why he has 2 therapists, and while they are walking on the way for her to see her first therapist ever in her mid-30s, which is kind of surprising, but you know what? It is what it is back then for it to be brought to the forefront of television, especially regarding The Sopranos. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video on The Sopranos. I could do a couple review on that. In the meantime, Stanford is just tired of Carrie talking about Aiden, and he asks her about Marcus, and all she says is nice, which is kind of disastrous. You would want one of your friends to pay attention to you. So Stanford finds out that his boyfriend Marcus was a gay escort, but he's been off the market since 1992. So he's talking about it with Carrie. And Marcus explains to Stanford that he did it to put himself through dance classes, which is great. And this is not to be mean to anyone who has done that in the past or even now, because really that type of thing was really kind of really shamed on in the 90s, and more so now in the 2020s. It's not as bad now. Carrie just kind of says so she doesn't want to go with him to prom, when really she knew from the start that he was on the decorations committee, and it was really unfair of her to just kind of blow off her friend for her new boyfriend, who literally lives at a golf facility. Someone on Reddit called Miss Limsalot says that he hated how Carrie treated Stanford. Charlotte was always a much better friend to Anthony than Carrie was to Stanford. Weekly Coffee said when he wanted to hang out with her, and she's like, girls only. I know that this is regarding Carrie with Alexander. Carrie's biggest victim is definitely Miranda, because this girl was actually driving me crazy, because she was supposed to meet up with Miranda and she ditched her for Mr. Big at a bar. And Miranda was pissed, and she was like, yo, you blew me off for a piece of politically incorrect meat. And she's like, yeah, well, don't make a big deal out of it. I'm just over here trying to have fun. And this is unfortunately how Miranda ends up with Steve. Another occasion where Carrie screws over Miranda hugely is when Miranda's neck is fucked up, and literally this is what she does in physical harm, and she did not go to help her at all. Actually sends her boyfriend Aiden to help her out of the tub, and so Carrie goes over to make up for her by bringing her bagels, and starts bitching about Aiden. And yo, Miranda's had enough of it. She's like, yo, you send your boyfriend over here to help me when I actually called you. And she's like, these bagels are bullshit bagels. The worst part about this is that Carrie says, what are you saying? And plays fucking dumb. So here's everything. Evidence of Carrie not being a good friend to any of her friends. I'm sorry. I can't. Don't hate me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Alright, Starbies, that's the end of today's video. Peace out. See you later.